Hi, my name is Hannah Bell, and this is my speech. Do you remember walking around the mall and seeing those cute little kiosks of painted shells for hermit crabs? Or going to your friend's house and you see that they have 3 hermit crabs they got from their trip to Florida or Hawaii or some beachy place? Well, this is how they were told to take care of them, and I'm going to tell you a little bit how to do it better. Did you know hermit crabs are decapod crustaceans of the superfamily Paroideas? And also, I found out that National Geographic website saw that there are 800 hermit crab species worldwide. Most of those species are ocean dwellers, but we're more familiar with the semi-terrestrial species, which are called the land hermit crabs, which we keep as pets. There is one hermit crab species that goes in the fresh water, and they're the Colaribius factoides, which is native to Vatuma. And these hermit crabs are very social and very adapting to make sure they have a friend or two. Also, living out of captivity, hermit crabs can live up to 30 years, but taken into captivity, they can live up to 10 to 15 years. But if they're not given the proper care, they'll live up to a month to a year. Also, hermit crabs can start from the size of a golf ball to the size of a tennis ball. But depending on and it also depends on the species you get, on how fast they grow and how much you need to maintain them. But I just read from the Smithsonian Zoo, they had a species that grew to the size of a coconut. Imagine a little hermit crab like this, the size of a coconut. So, you're getting your hermit crab, but you don't know how to make their habitat. These are the things you need. You need a tank that can hold up to 10 to 20 gallons. And in that tank, the Hermit Crab Path says we need to prepare coarse granite sand in coconut fibers to create a sandy, moist soil that they can dig in and just sleep in. Also, you need to make sure the temperature is between 65 to 85 degrees. And you need to keep it with a nice consistent of humidity where they can dry out and they can just dry out and die. 78 degrees, I read from the Hermit Crab Path, is more ideal. Also, in that tank, you're gonna need rocks and extra shells and a little hut that they can sleep in. And don't forget to get them friends, because hermit crabs are very social. If you don't give them a friend, they'll become very depressed. They won't eat and they won't move and they'll just die. So make sure they have a little buddy. And now you're probably wondering, what do hermit crabs eat? Well, in the wild, most hermit crabs are omnivorous scavengers. So they're eating microscopic mussels, clams, and a bit of dead animals. But if you have a domesticated one, they can't eat mussels or dead animals. So you're gonna wanna give them vegetables, fruits, and pellets. And you wanna give them a teaspoon of it each. So, the paint on the shells for your hermit crab, it can hurt them because if the shell's too small, they're gonna wanna move around, pick at it, and the toxins of the paint can get on them, get in their water, and get in their food and just end up killing them. And you don't want to give them a small shell because if they don't have their shell, they have nothing to protect them. So, and another thing to remember, hermit crabs shed once or twice a year. And when you see that happening, you don't want to touch them. You just want to move them to a separate area and give them a new shell. And getting them a new shell is you want to boil it first for a few minutes and then take it out and let it cool off. And to make sure it's the right size, you're going to want to measure the old one and add maybe a couple inches to it so they can fix around and grow into it as well. Because remember, if you do it right, they'll grow to be big. This is how you can have a hermit crab as a pet and keep it for a long time.